Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Christina, and in today's video, I'm gonna be sharing with you my 5th grade curriculum picks for the 2025-2026 school year. I cannot believe that my oldest daughter is in 5th grade. And while I don't put a ton of focus or stock in grade level, it still is like, whoa, she's about to be double digits and she's about to be in 5th grade. And in our district, 5th grade is actually middle school, which I know is not the case in all school districts and in all states, but that is just insane to me. I can't imagine setting her in a middle school. But I wanted to share with you my curriculum picks for her. And as a disclaimer, I said this in my 9th grade curriculum picks video, and I say this quite a bit, but if you're new here, I just wanna say, I take grade level for curriculum and just grade level in general as a suggestion, as a reference. It is not something that I hold tightly to for a variety of reasons that I'm not necessarily going to jump into, but things like COVID and the learning gaps that took place if your child was in school. Now, if your child was homeschooled before that and homeschooled throughout that, you probably didn't experience that, which is a blessing. But for any child that either started homeschooling during that or after that, or maybe they're still in school and you notice learning gaps, although it might be harder to notice because everybody's kind of in the same boat. Anyways, I don't hold tightly to those things, so you'll notice that not everything is like level 5. So just keep that in mind. I care more about the continuation and progression of their learning. That's really it. So I would not typically start with this subject that I'm going to start with, but I'm starting with it because I'm so excited about it. It is a brand new release from The Good and the Beautiful, and that is Music Appreciation 1. So this is for levels 3 through 8. So 5th grade is perfect for this. And I'm really excited about it because we haven't studied music in a while, like in a formal way. We did a couple different curriculums like a couple years ago, and then we kind of put the pause on it. So I'm really excited to do this with her. And I'm excited because even though it says it's for grades 3 through 8, and my 5 and 6-year-olds aren't necessarily going to be like doing the curriculum. I'm gonna have them hanging around with us probably, and they're gonna pick up things, and I just think it's gonna be fun. My 9th grader, if I find that this will be beneficial for him, I'll have him join in on the lessons as well. But as I shared in my 9th grade curriculum picks video, he is a musician, so it may be too simple for him unless it's things that actually he'll find interesting. So I'm gonna do a flip through of this at the end, because it's brand new and I want you guys to be able to get a peek at it. But first I'm going to tell you my curriculum picks for the other subject areas for her. But I also wanted to show you this My Electives badge book. So this will be for the different electives coming out from The Good and the Beautiful. So they will get a little badge. So this little badge will come in the back of it, and they can put it into their little electives badge book. So I just think that that's adorable. And it's also a helpful way for you to kind of like, if you need to keep records, you'll have that for their electives. Because sometimes with the smaller units and courses, later on, I kind of like forget that we did them, unless I really think about it. So really excited about that. So getting into math and language arts. She is going to be doing math level 4 because we are still currently doing math level 3. So she'll be doing math 4 for her 5th grade year, which I am totally fine with. And we take our time because we're not in a rush and we don't really care about level, but also because we don't necessarily do every subject every day, 5 days a week, or even 4 days a week sometimes. We travel a lot, we do school year round to kind of balance that out a little bit, but we also do a variety of different learning resources. Like you guys have seen probably me share the learning bundles that come out where they're like fun little unit studies, and we like to add in extra books. And I don't want to be so strict about like needing to finish a curriculum by the end of the year that if something fun or interesting pops up that we feel like we can't do it, or we're just adding to the workload. So instead of adding to the workload, I kind of rotate in and out of things, if that makes sense. So anyways, a change when you get to level 4 from The Good and the Beautiful with their math is that you are no longer teaching the main portion of the lesson. There is a video lesson, or they can read the mini lesson. However, so I was kind of like, oh, I don't know that we're ready for that. Like, I just feel like this came upon me so quickly. And I was looking through it and I'm like, why do I feel like I can't teach her the lesson though? Like, just because it's designed that way doesn't mean I can't do that if I feel like she needs that, Or I do it as a slow release where I start in the beginning doing that with her and then slowly release her to be more independent with it. That's why they make the shift, is so that they can start to be more independent. So that's kind of the design and the reasoning and the theory behind it. But if you don't feel like your child is ready for it, you go with what you feel what is most beneficial for your child. What I did like about this, because I did this with my now 14-year-old when he was in grade 4, is I love that they have the mental math, because this is something that you do with your child. So I think mental math is super important, like them being able to just do the math and generate the answer in their head and verbalize it to you. But I also liked that this was still a connection point for us when we did this. So I do like that they have this as part of the lesson. So every day they'll have mental math that they do. However, you can still do the lesson with them. So I may still work through the mini lesson with her and then have her work on the problems independently until she needs my help. And then of course it has the answer key. So level 4, this is a simple choice. Like as soon as we finish up level 3, she'll start this. Whether it's this summer, whether it's in September, October, November, I'm not exactly sure, but whenever she finishes it, she will start this. And then whenever she's done with this, she'll start level 5. Next up, I wanted to talk about language arts. Now, I don't have language arts in front of me because that is something I'm still deciding on, because we are still working in level 3 language arts from the Good and the Beautiful, which I love the level 3 language arts, by the way. I'm trying to decide if we're possibly going to skip level 4 and jump right into level 5, or if I am going to do level 4 for her. So I am undecided on that one. I loved level 5 language arts from the Good and the Beautiful. I remember, again, my 14-year-old doing that when he was in level 5, and I really loved it. I really loved the books that were included. There was watercolor painting woven into the lessons and some of the lessons, and it was just a really beautiful level from them. So I'm undecided, and that is something that I will share with you. If you have any feedback about level 4 language arts, let me know if it was something that you did with your child versus level 5 in comparison to level 3. Like, I don't want to skip her ahead and then she misses things. But having been a language arts teacher, I'm not fully convinced that it's like not like math. Like she's going to miss these major foundational concepts where she's not going to be able to move forward. Like language arts is different. So I feel like if her reading level and her comprehension is there, then I don't see why we couldn't just move to level 5. But that's kind of what I'm still trying to decide. She's still working through her level 4 handwriting, but she's probably going to finish this in the next couple of weeks. So I will need to get her the level 5 handwriting. She loves the handwriting. She does it like in her own time. She'll do multiple like lessons at once. So that's something that she really enjoys and does super independently. She also really loves the creative writing from the Good and the Beautiful. So this is another thing. So here's another reason why the core lessons, the core subjects take us longer, or we don't like stay on grade level, because we really like all of the different resources from the Good and the Beautiful and other places that we pull from. So she really enjoys the creative writing. This is another thing that she does in her own time and really enjoys it. We also have the nature notebook for grades 3 through 8. This she only really has scratched the surface of using. So I'm gonna have her dig into this more, especially because this will kind of be her nature science for the most part next year. She also has the bird watching one, so she'll do this as well. And I do have a handful of science courses from the Good and the Beautiful. Like we were gonna do the bird unit this summer. I'm not sure if we're gonna get to it this summer. We might. So if we don't, that might be something that we do in this school year. I think we're probably going to do the safety unit this year with my youngest 3. And then I don't know, there's a handful of other ones that we might do, might not. I kind of am on the fence a little bit about science, how I'm gonna do science with her. So I'm kind of on the fence. It's probably as simple as I have enough science courses from the Good and the Beautiful that I could just go through those this school year, which may be what I end up doing. But I also don't like to just choose what we're doing based on like convenience because I have it. So I'll probably look at those courses, see what I would like to do with her, and then present those to her and see what she's most interested in. That's kind of what I'm leaning towards, but still up in the air a little bit for science. She's also still doing typing from The Good and the Beautiful. She loves this. We're just not super consistent with it, like both of us kind of forget. But she actually really loves this, so she'll continue with that as well. So the only other thing that I didn't mention is history from The Good and the Beautiful. I don't have the level 3 through 6 workbook in front of me. This is the level 7 through 8. So this is actually for my 9th grader. He will be using the 7 through 8 workbook for history because it only goes up to there, which I talked about in my 9th grade curriculum picks video. But there is a level 3 through 6 workbook, and this is the brand new history from The Good and the Beautiful. It is so beautiful and so well done. And so we will be doing that as a family. All 4 of my kids that are still school age. My oldest graduated this school year, which has been like a huge shift for me and for our family in general. It's like comes with so many different emotions. But that covers, just as a recap, history, the brand new history from The Good and the Beautiful. Science is somewhat undecided, but likely some combination of science courses from The Good and the Beautiful. She'll be doing math level 4 from The Good and the Beautiful. We'll either be doing language arts level 4 or 5 from The Good and the Beautiful. Then she'll do handwriting. She'll be moving into level 5 as soon as she's done with this. She'll continue with creative writing. She'll continue in her nature notebook, her bird watching notebook, and typing. And then last but certainly not least, she'll be doing the brand new music appreciation from The Good and the Beautiful. So let's take a look at music appreciation from The Good and the Beautiful. You have your information about the course, your table of contents for Unit 1. There are 3 units, and Unit 1 has 8 lessons. They're going to be talking about the power of music. There's a video lesson in the Good and the Beautiful homeschool app that they'll watch and then fill in these sections. There's a hymn lesson, same thing. They watch the video for it. Music of the Ancient World. So each of these has a video lesson that goes along with these pages. Music in the medieval and Renaissance eras, Hildegard's harmonies, the Baroque era, the valuable violin, music from the classical era, the enchanting music of Maria Theresia von Paradis, the romantic and modern musical eras. There's another hymn lesson, and then you get into Unit 2. And then these are the topics covered in Unit 2. And then I'll just show you Unit 3 as well, because you kind of get the gist for how the lessons are structured. And then these are the topics covered in Unit 3. There are 22 lessons total in the course, and then there's that badge that they can put in their electives badge book. I will link all of this down in the description box below, but I would love to hear if you also have a 5th grader this year, or maybe you had a 5th grader this past year, and you can give me some feedback on what you used, like what you loved, what you didn't, what worked well, what you would probably skip. I love hearing all of the things. So I hope you enjoyed hearing kind of my thoughts on grade level, but also like what we'll be using for her 5th grade year. If you have any questions, just drop them in the comments. If you're not already following me over on Instagram, you can follow me there at rooted_homelife. And I hope to see you soon in one of my next videos. Until next time, stay rooted.